Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's it going? Welcome back to the show.
Yes, sir. Glad to be here, man. It's going to be a fabulous Friday, baby. Can't wait. Ready to rock and roll. Friday is the best day of the MLB slate every week. Always a full 15-game slate. And needed it, too, after yesterday's terrible little 5-game slate. It ended up being a 4-game slate because of the rain out. But, yeah, man. What's shaking your way?
No, nothing, man. Just getting ready for our trip, as you know. But,
yeah,
man, we had a pretty good night last night. We swept the board, went 4-0. Two of our two-leg parlays got a little whacked on the odds with the Cubs.
Oh, I'm telling
Cubs
you,
game
man.
Postponed, but
yep.
I know, man. But we got not for the week. We have swept on Monday, went 5-0. Maybe I think we went 6-0.
Killing it.
Well, yesterday we went 4-0, and then the day before we broke even. So, a pretty good week so far. How about you, man?
Love it, man. I love it. That's awesome, man. Yeah, week started out great. Went 2-1 Monday, split on Tuesday 1-1, and then the week kind of just fell off from there. Man, went 1-2 Wednesday, then 0-1 last night. Really like the Cubs yesterday. Of course, the rain out hurt us, so not too great, not too terrible. 4-5 headed into Friday, but got a big card up today over at Bettor's Insider. Got 5 best bets, all sides that I'm fired up about. So hopefully we can put this week into the green here with a big day. Really think we'll go 3-2 or better tonight. But yeah, fired up, man.
Sure. No, I mean it's been one of those weeks, man. We've had literally a couple of weeks. We've had a lot of rain coming in.
That's it. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. I wanted to talk about it and kind of ran on it. It's like bad weather sure is ruining a lot of really good wagers. I'll give you a prime example here. So yesterday I bet the Cubs the opener -148. I was all proud of myself. We got a CLV trophy. It got steamed all the way up to 180. I said, oh man, holding 32 cents, the best of it. What could possibly go wrong? Mother Nature said, not so fast, my friend. They gave me the Lee Corso treatment. Ruined that. And so, of course, odds makers reopen it. Same pitching matchup. I'm hoping maybe I can get around 150-ish again today. Nope. They open it -162. Still like it. I'm still going to play it. That's why I got the Cubs shirt on. But, obviously lost quite a bit of value on that. That's just a bummer, man. That's happened already 5 or 6 times to me this year. Not to just cry wolf, but it always sucks when you have the best of it. You have that CLV, and then something like rain messes you up. I was going to ask you, why can't all the teams up north just play all road games for a month? Come down south and play, go out west and play. Let's get rid of all this bad weather. Or, hey, here's another idea. All the teams up north, build a freaking dome.
Yeah, I mean, the snowy games in early April are kind of crazy. So I don't know, man. I know these players don't like to play in cold weather. I never did. So
no, same here. I
don't know. Yeah, that's what college does. Dude, a lot of college teams, they'll travel on the road for the first 15 games of the season just because they're staying away from the colder weather.
That's it. I wish we'd have done that at my small NAIA school. My first game in college baseball was in Kentucky, northern Kentucky, and it was like 10 degrees that day and snowing. And I'm like, we're really going to play in this?
Oh, yeah. No. Being from Midwest Indiana, we were playing in snowy weather at one point in time.
Playing all the time.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, and it really kills prop bets because I guess if you're on straights, it's one thing, but when you do 2 legs like we do quite a bit,
yeah,
it kills our odds. We had 2 legs yesterday that were right around plus money, and we ended up cashing one for like -215. And the other one was -285. So,
man, such a bummer. We're gonna have plus money, I'm sure. If you,
But at hindsight, I'll take the wins versus one of those other ones not hitting, and then we actually go down a year. So,
yeah,
I'm grateful for it. Yeah, I mean,
to see the good. That's right, exactly.
For sure. No, I mean, there's I'm actually pretty excited about today's slate this weekend. So there's a lot of good matchups that I'm really looking forward to, and I'm kind of liking that Verlander's back today because he's one of the guys that I like to target.
The old man's back. 41-year-old Verlander, the ageless wonder, going to be back. Houston needs him, that's for sure. Man, they continue to struggle. I think he'll be a good shot in the arm for him. I'm actually fading him today, though. I think his first start back, I took the Nats on the run line, +1.5 runs at home. Was doing a little reading on it, and take this with a grain of salt. It was just 2 rehab starts. one in AA, one in AAA. But he gave up 11 earned runs and only 7 innings work in those rehab starts. So it kind of makes you wonder, now, was he really going all out max effort? I don't know. But, just kind of makes me a little nervous. I think it's a good spot to play the Nats. Nats going to be super confident out of taking 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. So that's kind of a little bonus bet for me.
Hey, I think the Nationals were middle of the pack last year, and they're kind of always middle of the pack a hitting team. They don't strike out a lot. I think they have some pretty good plate discipline. So people are pretty shocked when they win games, but I'm not sure why. I mean, I know if you look at their roster, they don't have anybody that's going to stand out and shock you, but
right.
I mean, they're pretty solid hitting team. They're not going to strike out a bunch, and they might draw some walks on you. They're pretty tough out, man.
Yeah, CJ Abrams raking the ball. I think he's already got 5 home runs.
Yeah.
Joe Gallo, Gallo does strike out a ton, but he's already got 3 home runs. So they got some old school, some bashers on there that can sneak up and beat some people, as the Dodgers learned the hard way.
I did make a comment the other day that I'm surprised Joey Gallo is still in the league. I think that guy should be in AAA. You can't hit 195 in the league, and he's been doing it for like 4 years straight. You can't find a better minor leaguer to put in the position of him just because he might hit a home run for you or he's going to strike out.
It's so funny if you hit just 10. I guess if you just hit 10 or 15 bombs a year, they don't care if you hit $150. I've never understood that, but it seems how it is.
It's well, I don't know. It's just, what are you gonna do? And I mean, really, I was really excited yesterday. I don't know if you were paying attention to the Tigers game at all, but I'm a big Jack Leiter fan. I love him in college.
You're out of Vandy.
I was excited for him to start. I didn't bet on him. I saw a lot of people taking his over Ks, and I made a comment yesterday. I kind of crazy that I think everybody was taking his over K props. I know he was striking out some of the most in AAA, but I mean, you got to see a guy in his first game, and I wish he would have had a better first game. He ended up giving up 8 hits and 7 runs, 3 walks.
That's not tough. Rangers still won, though.
Oh, the Rangers still won. I think he still looked pretty good. I mean, he's going to give up hits.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's pitching the professional hitters at this point. So, but he looked good, man. He looked confident. He looked like he was throwing the ball. He was throwing some darts in there. So I'm really excited to see what he does in the next couple starts, to be honest with you.
He's got the stuff, and obviously he's got the pedigree. He's got the genetics. His dad, Al Leiter, pitched in the majors, seemed like for about 30 years. I mean, he was around forever.
At least 15.
Yeah, he was around forever, threw a no-hitter. So, I mean, I think Rangers need him up there too, with their injury woes also. That's why they brought him up. I think, he's ready, though. He has the stuff. I think he'll be just fine. And all that experience he got at Vanderbilt. Tim Corbin's just a beast of a college coach. He gets the kids ready, So,
you're talking to somebody that knows the college coaches pretty well. He's probably one of the best college coaches in baseball, and they've got a great program down there, and they're always bringing people. I was like, what happened to Kareem Rocker? That guy,
he had some injury concerns. Like I don't remember what it was. He had some serious health issues. I know, like they were concerned about the shoulder and I think the elbow, all that. And I don't even know what happened to him. Like there was a big bugaboo on, all right, is he healthy enough to draft? And a lot of teams were like, kind of red flagging, like, I don't know how healthy his arm is. But then he dominated the whole time at Vandy. He didn't look like there was anything wrong with him. But I don't even know what ended up happening to the kid.
I thought he ended up on the Mets, but I mean, I just lost touch. But I just know, man, when he was in college, he was a star. And he fell off of nowhere. But one thing that's kind of caught my attention in the last couple of days is we're still hitting some injury bugs, man.
It's interesting. He is in the Rangers organization.
I was thinking about the Rangers. I thought maybe he was in there too. Where's he? AA?
Let's see. Where is he at here?
I wouldn't see him in AAA right now.
Yeah, he received a non-roster invite to spring training last year. He had Tommy. That's what it is. He had Tommy John last May, so he's still coming back from that.
Yeah, well, maybe he will. A lot of players get better after that, so I guess we'll see what he.
You never know.
He's in a good organization, and I was going to say, I do like them bringing up Leiter now rather than keeping him down because they've got DeGrom and Scherzer just sitting around doing nothing. They could teach him everything. They could talk to him every day. They could work with him every day. Imagine having those two guys working with you every day.
Dude, talk about getting an education real quick on how to pitch in the MLB. I mean,
for sure.
2 future Hall of Famers, probably, you know.
I mean, and they still have Eovaldi, and they've got Heaney, and they've got John Gray. They're all 5 of those guys are super experienced. So
yeah, they are. They are. And that's why I'm interested. That's why I'm glad you hit on that. That's probably one of the 2 weekend series I'm looking forward to seeing is Rangers and Braves, you know, defending world champs coming into Atlanta, trying to take on the red hot Braves bats and that stacked lineup. Marcell Ozuna just keeps crushing the ball, man. He's 16 game hitting streak. He just keeps rolling.
I would love to see that hit 20. I would love to see that hit 20, man.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, dude. He's seeing it well right now. Really
I am very interested in this first game, this first matchup. I want to see how Sale does against the lineup.
Yeah, no, we talked about that a little off air. I came within a whisker of. I've never bet on those to record a win props, you know, at DK. I was really close. You can get Chris Sale to record the win tonight plus 110. Seems like good value. I didn't take it just because I'm like you. He's been okay, but a little shaky with the walk, so it's kind of scared me off. But you got to think Atlanta's minus 200 for the game. You got to think it's worth a sprinkle on Sale at plus 110.
Why not just take it, man?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those. If it's a market I've never bet before, I'm always hesitant to start something. You know, I guess I'm just an old curmudgeon. I like to stick to what I know. Maybe I'll get there eventually, but
no, I'm the same way, man. You know, we give out a lot of props here and there. I'll just get a money line out there, and it really it kind of grinds me to get one out because last year I gave a lot of them out. I did pretty good on them, but I just fell in love with the prop market, and I just kind of went that way.
You do it well, so it's kind of like, all right, if what you're doing is working, why mess with it? You know,
it is working, but at the same time, I always have the FOMO where I see all my other buddies and all the other cappers out there. Everybody's playing a bunch of money line stuff, and they seem to be hitting pretty well. And I'm sitting here thinking, man, I should have played Yankees the other day. I should have played Braves the day before. Those were beautiful lines, almost plus money. I think Yankees were plus money. Braves were very close to plus money. Why am I not playing those plays? It's just stuff like that I need to maybe I just need to start playing them a little bit.
There you go. Nothing wrong.
Yeah, we were on the Cubs yesterday, but it got rained out.
Oh, I know it. Just what a bummer.
No, I'm actually the one series that I'm actually looking forward to too. And you actually brought it up was D-backs and Giants, and it started off last night. I don't know what happened to Ryan Nelson. I know he got pulled in the game. We were on his under earned runs prop, so that helped us. But with the Giants kind of traveling back from East Coast to West Coast, and now they're playing one of the top teams in baseball. It's very surprising that the Giants won last night. I think they won 5-0.
Yeah, they did. It was a weird game. I lost with that one, by the way. I had the D-backs. I got them at like plus 150. I just thought
a lot of people were on them yesterday.
I thought the price was just too good, especially because for whatever reason, Nelson, he pitches really well on the road. He can be a gas can at home, but on the road, he's usually a machine. And Logan Webb's just one of those guys I cannot figure out. Maybe you have pitchers like this. Anytime I bet on him, he gets shelled. But if I bet against him, he looks like Cy freaking Young. So it's I need to just leave Logan Webb games alone. I don't know.
You can put him and Strider in a little box, and they're about the same player. Because I swear, every time I bet on something on Strider to get a bunch of Ks, he doesn't, or I'll take him to get walks and he doesn't, or when you expect him to win, he gives up 8 hits and he gets blown up. So but I will say Webb is one of my favorite pitchers for under walks and over outs.
Oh yeah.
And if you can get over 17.5 outs, play that every single game.
He's a ground ball specialist. He didn't throw that hard. He's got a good sinker. I think he's got 2 or 3 other really, above average pitches. And, I knew better, but the price got me. I was like, man, Nelson's really good on the road. Plus 150 is too much. I still think it was a decent bet just because it closed, I think, plus 135 or so, plus 130. So it's like beating the close. We talked about that earlier too. Beating the close doesn't guarantee anything. It might make you feel good because you beat the market, but it doesn't mean you're going to win the game. So that's the tough part. Another tough part of sports betting.
Yeah, and I think that I think Nelson coming out of that game early hurt him because obviously they had to go to their bullpen early, and they weren't expecting that. And if Nelson would have went 5-6 innings, they may not have been in that situation.
It was strange though. It's like the bullpen did fine until late. Like I think, but Zona just couldn't hit the ball. He got shut out. And it's like, what the heck?
Yeah, I just think we were on Nelson's under earned run, so I just think if he could have went even 6, I don't know if he would have got to 6 yesterday, but it would have let the bullpen at least get in a little bit
Yeah.
later. Maybe they would have used that earlier guy later, and he wouldn't have gave up the runs. I don't know. It's tricky because Webb's a good pitcher to go against, but he's also a good pitcher that you could kind of fade just because he can give up runs too and get rocked on occasion.
He doesn't strike out a lot of guys. He doesn't walk a lot of guys either, and I guess that's how he makes his living on ground balls and not walking a lot of guys. So you got to respect contact. That. Kind of an old, he's an old school type pitcher. I'm interested to see how Blake Snell looks tonight for the Giants. Didn't play the game, but man, he's looked kind of rough. His first 2 starts. He had no spring training, by the way, because he signed so late. And they've only let him go, I think, 60, 70 pitches. I'm wondering tonight if they're going to, extend that out a little bit for him.
It's one of those. I was looking
at D-backs again, but I didn't do it.
Well, I'm not sure if it's a good idea either because they're starting Jordan Montgomery for the first time this year. Start. So I don't know. I was kind of disappointed. DraftKings added a bunch of new props today where you could bet on alternate hits, alternate strikeouts, alternate walks. So you could go in there and you could take it. They used to just have it as single parlays.
Right.
So now you could go in there and you could take like Blake Snell to get 2+ walks and use that as a piece with anybody else. The problem is
your own line.
Yeah, and the problem is they pulled all those lines from every single game within like the first couple hours of today. So
that means somebody hit him pretty hard on him.
We were all over him. So I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like Snell he gets 2 walks every game. Now he's at his line's always 2.5. The question remains here is how deep does he go today? Are they going to let him go 90 pitches? Because if he goes 90 pitches, he's
probably going to get 3.
He might get you 3 walks today against the Diamondbacks. So
you gotta think they gotta increase the workload at some point. Back-to-back starts with only around 70 pitches. Surely today they want him to go at least 80, wouldn't you think? 80.
Yeah, today's the third start. I would expect 85 at least.
Against a division rival, an NL West rival, you'd think they'd be motivated to.
And they strike out the least in baseball, so I don't see him going crazy on strikeouts today.
Yeah.
So it's a good matchup for the Diamondbacks, man. I don't know. You might want to go back to him. You think they're going to lose 2 games straight? It's tough, man.
Just a weird one. I don't think they will. I don't think they will, but it was just a weird deal where it's like the unknown of Snell. It's like if he figures it out,
I know,
then the G-men are in good shape. But if he doesn't, and then with the bullpen getting taxed last night with Arizona, that just kind of kept me off of it. So it's
that's a very good thought too.
Unexpectedly taxed with Nelson getting pulled early. So
see, I don't even really think about the bullpen stuff anymore because if you don't take money line and other games like that,
you
don't
worry
have to worry about it. I love your F5 plays because it just eliminates the bullpen.
Yeah, I've started doing that more the last couple of years just because I've had a weird theory, and I don't know if it's just my gut or maybe I watch a ton of baseball. Maybe it's my eyes playing tricks on me, but I really think the bullpen quality has really declined the last 3-4 years or so in MLB. And so because of that, man, I'm always going to look, not going to do it every time, but I'm going to check bullpen stats more closely. If a bullpen's really struggling like the Rays have been, for instance, they're one that's just been struggling. I'm going to take, if I'm going to bet on Tampa, it's going to be in the first 5 just because their starters have done really well, but their bullpen's been just crap. So,
absolutely.
And a lot of times starters are only going 5 innings, maybe 6. And so you're talking about what that leaves 3 to 4 innings left in the game, that you've got to still figure out how to pull that out. So first 5, I think is, I see a lot more people doing first 5 and I understand why, just to take the bullpens out of it.
Yeah. And to say I know you were on the Cubs. What was the line yesterday? -149 or something?
I got -1. Yeah. I laid -148. I think when I released it, I was able to get 149-ish to people.
Because when I looked at it in the afternoon, it was -160 Cubs money line, and the F5 was -160. They were virtually the same line.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
I'm not sure at that point if you would rather just take the F5 or if you would actually give them the whole game to actually score more runs.
Yeah, I played the Cubbies full game just because I think the Marlins bullpen's even worse than the Cubs. Now, I still got a beef with the Cubs bullpen. They blew an 8-run lead for me last Monday. I think we talked about it. I'm still a little sore of it. I need to get over it.
Yeah,
but they blew an 8-run lead, so I'm not sold on their bullpen. But The Marlins bullpen's even worse. Like their ERA is like a full earned run higher than the Cubs. So
yeah, they're almost 5 earned runs.
I broke one of my rules. I laid 162 with the Cubs today. I usually don't go over 150, but every once in a while I'll break the rules, get a little renegade in me.
Rules are meant to be broken, my friend.
That's it. That's what they say.
No, I mean it's a good line. I think. I mean I don't know. Against Puck, I think they should be minus 175 or higher. To be honest with you, it's like you're looking at. They have the Braves minus 200 against Heaney, who's actually a decent pitcher, and the Rangers are a really good team. Why are they so much more heavy favored and the Cubs aren't? It's really odd to me. I don't know.
Is.
I think they're expecting Puck to have a little bounce back game here. I
don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, I'll have to believe when I see it, right? So I chart all these guys as far as like their K rate, their walk rate, their ground ball rate. Guess who ranks dead last in MLB in walk rate? You guessed it, AJ Puck. Maybe it's AJ Puke instead. What do you think? I don't know.
Now he's had 6, 3, and 5 so far in his 3 games. I don't understand why they even have him as a starter. He was bad last year. He was bad with the Athletics.
We say all this, and he may look like Walter Johnson today. We never know, but I just don't see it.
He'll have a Greg Maddux day and have a perfect game or something. No hitter.
It would be baseball for you. That is baseball. When you think you got a guy figured out, he'll come in and look like an all-star.
I mean, you got to think he's not going to walk this many people every game, but it's kind of what he's been like. I'm shocked that they have him as a starter. That's the only thing. Why are they starting him?
It's all the injuries. Yuri Perez is out for the year.
Braxton Garrett just had a setback. He was supposed to come back in a week, and now they don't know if he's out another couple weeks.
Sandy Alcantara, whatever you call it, he's out. It's just
Alcantara.
Like they don't have anybody else. So it's like Puck is the guy. I mean,
man, we're losing pitchers. We're losing pitchers like crazy. There's some news. We got Yu Darvish will hit the DL.
Really? Did not see that. OU.
Another pitcher that not to say we like to target all the time, but he went on the 15-day DL with neck stiffness. So he's going to be on the sideline. And then on the hitter's side, you got at least the Red Sox. They've got Devers, and Devers has a bone bruise, so I'm not sure if he's going to hit the DL, but he might be out for a week or two. And then Tyler O'Neill just hit the DL. Man. And he's, I believe, leading the league in home runs, and he's tied, and maybe batting average or on base percentage. He's right up there, so he's been their best player all year.
Loss for them,
big loss.
Really going to hurt the Sox. Yeah.
They said right here it says Devers had an MRI on Thursday, so I'm not sure. They don't have any. Nothing structurally wrong. It sounds like he's still going to be out. I mean, Devers is only hitting 188 this year, but I'd say Devers is their best player. I don't know. A lot of people they're in, but I still think he's their best hitter.
Yeah, same here. I think that shoulder's messing with him more than he's letting on. I don't think he's able to take full hack at the ball. He might. Best thing for him might be just go on the 10-day IL just to, get healthy. But I
wasn't high on the Red Sox anyways this year.
He's not going to want to.
No, I wasn't high on the Red Sox this year anyways, and this is just a total blow to their offense because they need these guys.
O'Neill's been just lights out. Yeah, if him and Devers are both on the IL, it might be time to fade the Sox when you can.
I think so too, and that the AL East is still pretty tight right now. It's not like it's that blown. Nobody's making a big stretch right now. So Red Sox are still in it, but they can't be going through this kind of stuff right now.
That's another sneaky good series. We didn't talk about it earlier, but Yankees and Rays that's always a tough series. That'll be a good one to watch.
Yeah, Schmidt's going in that against Alexander. I'm not sure who's lined up for the rest of the weekend, but
I haven't seen.
Are we gonna get a Stroman sighting this weekend?
No, he pitched on Wednesday. He pitched on Wednesday. So he won't be due till Monday.
Ooh, we got Eflin going tomorrow. I love Eflin, man. Yeah. He's an under 1.5 walking king.
I like Eflin. Actually, I'm not even going to say it. What kind of bet I have on Eflin, because when I did it to Shane Bieber, he got hurt. So I'm going to refrain from talking about.
You have to.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I mean, today we had a ton of pitchers that we like to target. Tomorrow, we also have a ton of pitchers that we like to target. So this is just going to be a beautiful weekend.
I love it.
You got Eflin going up against Cortez tomorrow, so that'll be pretty good. And then Sunday, we've got Savale against Gill. I'm not that big on Gill. I'm not sure why he's – I don't know. Maybe they're still working him in.
He's pretty good.
He's pretty good, man. He was good with the Indians. He came over to Tampa Bay last year, end of the year, trade deadline, I believe. I think he struggled a little bit. He kind of lost his way there, but this season he's gotten right back to it, man. He's not walking guys. He's going pretty deep. He's getting some strikeouts. I'm a pretty big fan of Aaron Savale. I like him. He's solid.
Yeah, he knows how to pitch. Gets a lot of ground balls. Good sinker.
Absolutely. Let's see what we got here, man. Well, what do you think gets the best bets today?
Yeah.
You got anything else you want to chat about?
Let's do it, man. Best bet time. I had a hard time deciding. Like I said, I'm on 5 today, but I got to go back to the well with my guy, man. I got a little man crush on Freddie Peralta. He's won for me, I think, 2 or 3 times already this year. Let's go with him, the Brew Crew. I got it at minus 120 at FanDuel. I think it's ticked up a little bit. It's 124 now at FanDuel. I love Peralta, man. And I like this Brewers team. They've surprised me. I didn't think with losing Corbin Burns and a few other pieces, I didn't think they would, quite be this good, but they are raking the ball right now, averaging 5.9 runs per game. On the other hand, the Cards, they've been struggling on offense, only averaging 3.7 runs per game. So you're going to give me and Kyle Gibson, not sold on him at all for St. Louis. I mean, he just, he had some good wins last year with Baltimore, but his ERA was, in the high 4s. He doesn't have overpowering stuff. I think this Brewers lineup can get to him. So you're giving me the better starter in Peralta over Gibson. Give me the much better and hotter lineup with Milwaukee over St. Louis. Bullpens, I have them rated about even. So I did play the Brewers full game here with Peralta. But, man, if Peralta keeps pitching like this, he very well could win the NL Cy Young. His ERA is just 2.55 right now. Expected batting average against on Peralta, 0.191. So just 191 expected batting average. Unbelievable. He's also got his walks down. He's only walking 3% of hitters. So really high on the Brew Crew tonight. It's my favorite bet. How about yourself, Mr. Wade? Before you head off to the friendly pastures of Vietnam, bless us with one more best bet before you get on the jet plane.
Yeah, man. No, I like that one. I'll say I'm not sure. I haven't looked at least at that average. Who's leading the league in average? But I know a couple of days ago, Brewers were like second in the league in batting average.
Yeah, they're killing. William Contreras just knocking the cover off the ball.
If you take him to get a hit every single game and put him with another piece that you like, you're probably going to hit that thing 70% of the time this season. That guy is a beast, man. He's one of the best. I know 70% is a little high for a hitter, but you know what I mean. He's one of the best hitters out there. I know my buddy really likes to target him on hits and the HRR props. So
Braves
he's good, man.
Up getting rid of him.
Oh, I
Braves
know.
messed up getting rid of him.
And really, I'm very shocked. I guess I shouldn't be, but I just thought the loss of Corbin Burns would hurt them too much, man. And it just didn't. Their pitching is okay, and it's just their hitting. Their hitting is awesome. They've got these young guys that are up. They're really good, man. And I'm pretty impressed. They might win that division. I don't know if you think they will or not. I know the Cubs are good. I know Cardinals are still going to get rolling, but
I've got a small piece on the Cubs plus 200 to win the Central. But man, the longer the Brewers keep this hitting up, the less I like it.
Oh, I mean, I'm on the Cardinals to win the division because I really like the Sonny Gray move. So
it's
early. It might have been
a
bad move by all of us if we didn't take the Brewers. And I know a couple people who were high on the Brewers, and I was just thinking, I don't know, man, it's a big loss to lose your ace. But
that's what I thought. I thought they'd take a step back, and I really didn't see some of their young hitters, hitting as well as they've done.
Not sure. Frelick, I'm not sure if that's how you say his last name. Man, he's good, and obviously, I think Yelik's back. He had a little off year or two there, but man, he is stroking it.
Man, it must look like a beach ball to him because he's just lighting it up.
I like that team. I kind of like that team. I like those batters.
Yeah.
They're starting to grow on me a little bit.
Yeah.
Man. I can root for them. I never really root against them. And then talking about your guy, Peralta.
Yeah.
That's who I took today.
All right. So
he's their new ace, man.
Yeah.
He's their ace. He stepped up in a big way from when Burns left. I knew he would step up and be their ace. I'm surprised they didn't bring in somebody else to kind of be another arm for them.
Yeah, Same.
But he's been carrying him so far. He's hit 18 outs all 3 games so far. I am a little worried about regression. We talked about that this morning a little bit.
Right.
It's just baseball. There's going to be regression, but I just think against the Cardinals, he's got really good numbers. The Cardinals just are still hitting lower. I mean, I know the last 7 to 14 days they've been picking it up a little bit. But I think this line's just wrong. I'm not sure why they set it at 16.5.
Yeah.
Really I believe he's over against them. When he goes 80 pitches, he's hit this in 2 of the last 3 games against them. And then I know 80 with 80 pitches overall, he's hitting this in line at like 70% on the road. So
I'm like you, man. I totally agree with that. I don't do outs props, but when I saw that, I thought it was a misprint. I'm like, why is it not 17.5 or 18.5 even? Just as dominant as he's been. It is a division rival and it's on the road. Maybe that has something to do with it, but still, man, I think that's good value you found there at minus 130 at DraftKings. So that's awesome, man. We're kind of on a almost a correlated parlay, if you will. And if you want to put our 2 best bets together, I don't even know if they'll let you do. Will they let you do that? Will they let you parlay an outs prop with a money line?
Oh yeah,
might have to do that. I might.
No, we like to do some correlation bets. This is a good one. I mean, I'm looking. I pulled his stats up just to kind of reconfirm this. Yeah, I mean his last 5 overall when he's pitched 80 pitches, he's hit it 80%. Last 10, 70%. Last 20, 65%. And all of those, he's averaging 17.3 outs.
There you go.
So
okay,
we're getting higher. They're giving us higher than they're lower than the median.
So the line really, in theory, should be 17.5.
I think so.
It's like I don't mind laying 130 when the line should be 17.5.
I do think that when I looked at, because I do actually I started using props.cash and Outlier because I'm using them both now because I'm not sure if anybody out there uses these, but Outlier.bet releases lines on their data platform way earlier than props.cash.
Nice. Okay.
But props, they both offer different kind of data insights. So I'm trying to figure out which one I want to kind of stay with, but I'm really starting to like props.cash a lot more. They're starting to offer a lot more things and they give you more data. They give you 2 years so you can go back and see what they did in 2022, which is pretty big for me. But I'm going to pull this up real quick because I didn't screenshot it. And I'm pretty sure that his numbers against the top hitters aren't like the greatest. See right here. Versus the lineup versus Freddie Peralta. So Goldschmidt has seen him 27 times. He's batting .333. Nolan Arenado's seen him 28 times. He's batting .360. Contreras,
what it is then.
Contreras has seen him 25 times. He's only batting .238. Walker, who's kind of one of their young and up-and-coming stars, he's seen him 5 times, and he's batting .400 against him. So I don't know if the line is just based off of some of their 2 or 3 top hitters playing against him, but that might be it because all it takes is 1 inning to kind of get a guy out of there.
Yeah, that's the tough part tough part about betting baseball in general is 1 bad inning can really cook you.
Correct. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's more of a lean towards division rival on the road.
Yeah,
and then you add in Arenado and Goldschmidt's numbers against him.
I see that. It makes a little more sense. Still,
really Gibson goes 18 outs like all the time. So he's probably going to go deep, but I don't know. I kind of liked his under outs today because I just think Brewers are going to eventually get to him. But
Gibson,
he's just hard to say because he just goes deep. Even if he gives up runs, he's just one of those wily veterans that coaches and managers just will keep out there just because they trust. Even if he's getting hit a little bit, they trust him more than the bullpen guy. So I really like the Brewers play, man, just because I think they're going to let him go a little deeper. And if they let him go 5-6 innings against the Brewers, they'll eventually get to him. They're going to get they'll get around 3 times on him, and then we'll see what they do to him. So
I'd be really, really shocked if this Brewers lineup doesn't put up at least 4 runs against Gibson. I'd be really shocked. So that's why I like it. So, man, tell everybody about got a bonus bet hanging out there. Tell them about that.
I do. If you guys want to
give it out unless you want to, but we can at least tell them where to find it.
Hey man, it's a freebie, so everybody should get it,
There
right?
you go. I like it.
No, it's we've got a college baseball play for everybody. It's up now on bettersinsider.com. You guys go there and check it out. You guys get free picks from all sorts of writers, all sorts of sports. I know they've probably got some NBA up there. I haven't checked this morning. I check every day. I'm sure they got some NBA going. I know they've got some golf stuff up there. There's no UFC going on this weekend, so but yeah, I know they got NBA playoffs, so there's going to be plenty of free bets there. I know Mike's put up some baseball stuff up there as well, trying to get that website built up a little bit more.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, we're going to ride behind Mississippi State money line today. It was minus 140 when we got it this morning.
Love
It's
it.
not the best odds, but you know, with baseball money lines, you're just going to get juice. It's a really good look. They've got one of their best pitchers going today, and for some reason, guys, I'm drawing a blank on who the heck they're even playing right now.
Yeah, playing Auburn. Yeah,
Auburn. They're one of the worst pitching teams in the SEC. They're 2-13 in the SEC, and they're starting a guy for some reason that only has 2 starts this year, 10 appearances. He's got over a 5 ERA. He's allowing batters to hit like 350. And he's pitching to one of the best hitters in baseball, at Dakota Jordan. So they've got at least 3 elite hitters. I'm not hugely high on Mississippi State. They're the bottom tier on their team. They got some guys that bat in the 200s.
Right.
But they're a really solid baseball team. They always are. They've got solid pitching, and they've got their guy going tonight. The first home game, and when you look ahead in their schedule, they've got probably the hardest gauntlet of any SEC team moving forward. They've got to go to Vanderbilt. They've got Alabama at home, and then I think they go to Arkansas. They could easily lose all 9 of those games. So I think their managers probably got in their ear a little bit that they need to sweep this series.
No doubt. No doubt.
It's hard to sweep any series, honestly, with any of these teams. Auburn can hit a little bit. They're hitting about 272 as a team, and I think Mississippi State's right about 282, something like that. They're pretty close. But I just think their pitching, their bullpen's terrible, and if they can get this guy, it's going to be a bullpen game anyways. This starter that's going for Auburn goes like 2 innings when he does pitch.
It's more like an opener.
This is going to be a bullpen game because I just think their pitching struggling. They're kind of like Florida. They just don't know what to do. They don't know who to start. Florida has probably the best closer in college baseball, and they started him yesterday because they have
nobody else.
They have no Friday, Saturday starters that's good. They've been rotating these guys for all year. They have one solid starter on Sunday, Jack Caglione, who's batting 400, and he's an all-star pitcher. He's going to be a top 5 pick in the draft. But yeah, it's just I like this line. I wish it was like minus 125 or minus 130, but
I think it's still good value.
I haven't looked at the line. These lines do move a little bit. I do wonder if it moved a little bit.
When you look at Auburn, one thing that struck me in your article here, and Wade does an excellent job of breaking down his bets. He's not just throwing things out there. He's not throwing darts. It's like you're going to get, if you subscribe to his service, you're going to get sound, logical reasons behind every wager he makes.
Yeah,
and that's the big point with me there. You know, anybody can throw darts and put a card together, but not tell you why they're betting it. Wade doesn't do that. He's going to tell you at least 3 or 4 really good reasons why he's betting something. You look at this game against Auburn. Auburn's just 2-13 in SEC play. So if I can get a team like Mississippi State, who's at least, above average, at a decent price, like minus 140, it just seems like a no-brainer. With their ace on the hill, I'm taking that every time. I'm with you.
Yeah, you're right. I believe they're 1-6 on the road too. So
okay, gotcha.
That's just they're not very good. I mean, it's hard to beat every SEC team's got talent, right? They're in the SEC, so anybody can beat anybody. Man, we went on a huge run in college baseball. We almost got up to 20+ units.
Really quickly too.
Real quick, and then S hit the fan real quick. It's just once we got into conference play, man, it's like you just got to pick and choose games, and
gets a little more unpredictable at that point.
It got very unpredictable. I think right now we're sitting around 10 units, so we've dropped about 8 units over the month. So I'm still happy about that, but started getting back into it. We took a play last night. Personally, it hit. So I want to get back into this a little bit and try to gear this up. We're right now is the middle point starting yesterday. This is the second half of the conference play. So
Gotcha. Cool.
I'll probably dabble here a little bit. We'll see. Hopefully this bet can hit for us. It's unpredictable. You can do all the research on college baseball you want. Sometimes you're taking bets and you don't know who the starting pitcher is because they don't let you know.
Right.
You got college teams that got bullpens that get blown up.
Yeah.
Every team can hit. Every team's hitting 270, 280, 300. So
some aluminum bats, man. Some aluminum bats.
I want to be really good at college baseball. It's something that I want to keep in the arsenal and use every year. I started it last year, really ramped it up this year. The first month is so easy because you've got teams like Alabama that are playing Division III schools. They're not really playing Division III. They're just playing the lowest tier Division I schools and going around and playing Lipscombs and teams like that. And we hit a lot of two legs and a lot of money lines. And now you've got Arkansas against Texas A&M's. You got ones against number one in the country against number two in the country. Like, what do you do? I mean, you got ace against ace.
Yep. And the conference foes, man, they know each other really well. They know each other's tendencies. The coaches know each other. It's a different beast. But
it's tough. It's frustrating. I want to be good at it, man.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. And I've got a buddy who was following me for a while and we started losing, and he doesn't want to bet it anymore, but because he just knows he doesn't think anybody can really be successful, better long-term in college baseball because it's just so unpredictable. But I'm not sure I believe that. It's just the
variance in it.
Yeah, I'm not sure the right answer to really be super successful at it. I'm gonna keep working through it.
Maybe it's just picking your spots. I mean, maybe it's focusing on the first month of the season on out of conference play like you did, making your major hay then, and then kind of dialing it back in conference play and just picking a few spots like you're doing now.
That's what I was trying to do. And like a couple weeks ago, I was trying to pick like the ace at home on Friday night because that's the biggest game. They want to get the game won. And then we lost like two of them. You remember the one article I wrote? Chase Burns.
Yeah.
Burns got rocked, and
couldn't believe
it. Prager got rocked.
That was the other one. I was shocked on Prager.
And that's the only game he's gotten rocked. He has been maybe the best pitcher in college baseball outside of Hagen Smith and then Holiday on Oklahoma State. He's the real deal. We will probably be betting on Oklahoma State tomorrow if the line is any good. I'm assuming it's going to be like 160, 170 because of Holiday, but
probably.
Yeah, we'll see. If you like college baseball, get a good look at Oklahoma State tomorrow. Even if they win or lose tomorrow, that's one of the things too in college baseball. It's hard to sweep a team. So if a team wins on Friday, they may not bounce back and win on Saturday. The other team might come back, and so it's almost like you got to pick those spots. You want to choose that Friday game. Or do you want to go with like a Florida and wait to bet on them on Sunday when they have their best starter going? There's another angle you could take too, where I know a couple guys do this, and this is probably a really good angle to take, but you've got to find the series that the odds are close. So you could bet on both teams. Because you're kind of betting on a series, right? You're kind of betting on Texas A&M is going to go and beat somebody 2 or 3 games. Right?
Gotcha.
So you're just going to bet them all 3 games, and you're going to profit. And sometimes there's a lot of value on the plus monies. So you could take them one game. If they don't win, they're more than likely going to be plus money again. They're probably going to bounce back and win the next game. So you'll still even out. And then you can just either even out on that series or win a little bit because you hit the plus money.
Got you.
So there's some angles I'm playing with. But with some of these series, I mean, even with these good SEC teams, like you've got Arkansas is at, I think, Alabama today. And they still have Hagen Smith's pitching is the best pitcher in college baseball, but they still have Arkansas minus 200. And I know Alabama's not one of the best teams, but gosh, minus 200 against Alabama on the road. It's just like,
it seems way too high. I mean, it does.
Why isn't that like a minus 145, minus 150? It's all about Hagen Smith. He's the best pitcher in college baseball. If you guys don't know who Hagen Smith is, if you have ESPN Plus and you've got Arkansas, you can see him. Well, just put the game on and watch this guy pitch.
Yeah,
he might be one of the best pitchers you've ever seen. Yeah. At least at the college level. He's amazing.
He can sling it.
I don't know if he's going to go first round. I don't know if he's going to go number 1 overall. I'm not sure who the outlook is really this year. I know some teams like batters, but you've got him. You've got Jack Caglione. You've got some serious pitchers coming out. Prager's not going to come out because he's a sophomore, but I think Holiday from Oklahoma State, he might even be a sophomore too, man. He might be a junior. Some of these really good pitchers are young, so
it's crazy.
But
so he could be back next year.
Yeah, you got Hagen Smith coming out next year. You've got Jack Caglione coming out next year. I think Chase Burns is coming out next year. There's going to be an infiltration of some serious arms coming into Major League Baseball in the next couple of years, and I'm super excited. So
yeah, absolutely.
That's kind of why I like college baseball, man. I kind of get into the idea of seeing who's going to be good and who's not.
You're seeing the prospects right there before they even make pro ball.
So, there's a lot of good players, man. There's a lot of good players. Every team has good players, and it makes the draft pretty hard, I think.
Yeah, no doubt.
So. And I'm pretty lucky too. And I haven't went down to a game yet. I should. We're in central Indiana here. I'm just right outside Indianapolis in Carmel. 20 minutes from Indianapolis Indians Stadium, and you got
there you go. Check some minor league ball.
You got Paul Skeens down there pitching right now.
Yeah,
he's been lights out. I need to go down and check out a game too. But he just pitched too. I should have went down to that game the other day before I left.
I love minor league baseball, dude. It's great.
And I think the Indians have one of the best stadiums too. So I will see, man. I don't know if when I get back in 3 weeks, is Paul Skeens going to be pulled up to the MLB already? There is no way, but maybe.
You never know. You never know.
I'm trying to see the Pittsburgh. Who their rotation really is. Could they move him up this year? They never move up a guy this early, but
typically not.
He's so good, man. I don't know. I don't think the Pittsburgh starters are all that great, are they?
No, just Jones. Just Jared Jones.
I've always been a Keller fan, but he's I think he's fallen off this year. His velocity's dropped a little bit this year, and then they're missing what's his name from last year? He was a big walk guy, Oviedo or something like that.
Yeah, Jose. Yeah.
Something like that. Gosh, I don't think it's Oviedo. Maybe it is, but
I think it is, yeah.
They're missing him, so I don't know. They pulled up Jack Leiter pretty quickly, but how long has he been in the minor system? Has he been there 2 years?
I think it's his second. Yeah. He had like a full season.
I just don't think they can pull up these pitchers as early as 1 year just because I think it screws up their contract situation.
Probably.
I think they're trying to avoid having to pay these guys so soon and stuff like that.
Yep. They want to keep them on that rookie contract as long as they can.
But if Pittsburgh's doing so good and they've got a pretty good hitting team, they're the second best walking team in the league. They've got some decent arms, and you remember when we were talking about they were projected to have like top 5 bullpen. Maybe they'll bring this guy up later in the year if they really try to make a push for the playoffs or something, man.
They keep winning. I mean, you just never know.
That would be very interesting. Very interesting to see, man.
Yeah, they started out hot last year and then kind of hit the wall. I don't know if it'll happen that way this year. I think their lineup's a little better this year. I know it's a little bit better this year, so maybe
they're still throwing out McCutcheon, 51-year-old. I don't know how is he still playing in the league, man.
He's still in there. That's right. Yeah.
He's good, dude. They've got some solid hitters. They've got some young guys. They've got a pretty good team, really.
Yeah, I like the Pirates.
Might still finish last in their division. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a tough division, though. Yeah, it's a tough division.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I don't know, man. But I really hope you have a good weekend, man. It's we're gonna try to get this thing done while I'm in Vietnam. So
there you go.
But we leave.
Have a great trip, brother. I'm pumped for you. Want to hear all about it. See some good picks. I've never been. There you go. Boom.
I got a book. I bought this a long time ago when I met my wife.
Nice.
Try to learn some stuff. I've never looked into it, but I might use it on the plane. Use it on the plane.
That's right.
We watch so many YouTube videos of stuff in Vietnam and people like the food, people going over there and eating all the food over there. So I've seen a lot of videos and stuff of what it's like. So.
That's
I don't know.
Awesome, man.
I'm nervous because I'm not really a big foodie guy. I'm not. I guess I am, but I'm very particular in what I like. And they like to use a lot of onions and a lot of green vegetables and lettuce and stuff. And I'm just not into that stuff. So
yeah, gotcha.
It's gonna be tricky, man. I know her dad lives there, family lives there. Her mom and grandma live here. She moved here when she was 7, so her dad's always lived there. So she goes there every 2 years. So. This will be my first time going. We're going to take the baby and meet the family. And
good deal.
Like I say, we're driving up to Chicago tonight at midnight. We fly out tomorrow at 6 a.m. from Chicago.
Okay.
I think I'll be ready to go on Monday. So if we can, I'm not sure. I know the time frame is going to be a little different. You'll be 10 a.m. I'll be 10 p.m.
Okay. Yeah, we'll figure it out, man.
Maybe 11 p.m. We'll be 12 hours ahead. So we'll try to get at least one video out to everybody next week. And then the weeks after, I'll be there for 3 weeks. So we'll try to keep this going. I'm going to be giving out bets to my
love it.
My subscribers. I hope everything's working. I hope I hope they don't have Twitter banned over there. I tried doing a Google search and I couldn't find anything that said it was banned over there. I think it's good over there, but
should be good.
I do have my VIP services through WAP.com, and everything goes through Discord. So I'm not sure if Discord works, but I've got some guys in there they've got cell phones. I'm going to be texting them plays if I need to. So I will get plays to people if one way or another.
Love it. That's dedication right there, guys. That's dedication.
If I had to send a message in a bottle, I'll do it. And if it gets you guys in a month, it'll get here in a month. But I'm going to put some plays out there.
Going out of the country on vacation, making sure people still getting their bets in. I love it. That's
the wife doesn't like it. She's like, you better not be doing any of this stuff over there. I don't want you in your phone all day.
But you got to maybe pare it down to like one best bet a day so you can get it done real quick and get back to vacation.
I don't know if I can do that, man. I'm all about the people, and I want to make the people happy. If people are paying me for the picks, we've got.
You are a man of the people.
I will say before we go here, everybody that's in my VIP, I gave them free 3 weeks because they're just not going to get my full attention.
Gotcha.
24/7 like they have now.
Right.
And then if you join the Discord right now, or send me a DM on Twitter because I do have my pinned post is a vacation giveaway.
Nice. Nice.
So if anybody wants to try us out, I'm giving everybody 3 free weeks to try us out. And I know it may not be the most optimal time to try me when I'm on vacation, but I'm still going to be doing the same research. And honestly, it might work better because I'll be there a day ahead, and it'll be nighttime, and I'll be able to be doing this kind of in my quiet. So see how it goes.
You may go on such a heater, you just stay for the rest of the season.
I may have to tell her I'm staying, babe. We can't come back home right now.
I'm getting 80% winners. We got to stay until the end of September.
Hey, man, I'll say right now it's 100 degrees over there, and humidity is skyrocketing, so it's going to be a bloody mess.
Ouch.
Bloody mess.
Ouch.
But it'll be fun, man. I hope we can have some videos and
we will.
keep up with the engagement on X, and I'm doing some stuff on TikTok and Instagram too. I'll throw some bets up there if anybody wants to follow me over there. I don't put a bunch over there just because it's a lot to post everywhere, and I'm still pretty spread pretty thin. But no, man, I really appreciate everybody joining us and watching the show. It's been a little long one today, but who knows? Things may not work over there, and we may not be able to do a video for 3 weeks. So
that's right. We'll be good to go. But yeah, man, have a great trip, brother. Be blessed. Stay safe. Y'all enjoy it. Enjoy the time with your wife and daughter and her family. It'll be awesome. Can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah, I should have learned how to speak Vietnamese. That'll be a trick. But they do have a translation app. So
how do you say cash? Yeah, how do you say cashless tickets in Vietnamese? That's what we
need to learn that. I do know a few things. I don't feel confident to say them on here, but
there you go.
I went through Rosetta Stone course. I tried it.
Nice.
Vietnamese is just so hard. It's so hard.
I bet it is. I'd be lost, man. I'm Alabama. I'd be lost.
No, I know. And I wanted to learn it just so I could maybe be a little bit more respected over there. I tried. It's just so hard. I really need like a structured class, go sit in a classroom and I get taught every day, every week kind of thing, because you doing it on your own at the computer is just.
Yeah, not the same.
I'm going to go look at sports bets rather than speaking Vietnamese.
That's it.
So. Well,
all right, brother.
Hope everybody has a blessed weekend. I know we'll be talking to you guys next week. I'm going to sure try to get some videos out. So we'll see if everything works. Connections are good. Everything's good. We'll rock and roll next week. So
let's do it. Let's win some baseball money, guys. Y'all be good.
Have a great weekend.
All right. Boom.